Fortnite is doing the most right now. Simpson stuff, giant crossovers, new cosmetic content-wise, it's unstoppable. But if you've been playing especially on Nintendo Switch or handheld, there's one thing that can ruin everything. Stability, bugs, UI glitches, audio issues, and the thing is, those aren't just annoying. For disabled players, that's the difference between I can play tonight and I'm done after one match. Epic says they're stepping up live service stability, and they're asking the community to report bugs. So today we're doing a controllable dissection. What happening, why it matters, and what I want Epic to fix first from a disabled Nintendo gamer's perspective. Let's get into it. What's up, I'm Michael, and this is CtrlAble, where we taught Nintendo accessibility and how well people actually experience games. If you want more breakdowns like this, especially when games are chaotic like Fortnite, hit subscribe. So according to a recent report, Fortnite's design director Ted Timmons says Epic is stepping up its focus on the live game. It is basically acknowledging that no matter how exciting the following seasons are, the foundation has to be stable. And Epic is actively asking players to report bugs and feedback, because right now, people are calling out issues like replay problems, reload errors, server setting glitches, and ongoing locker map and voice chat problems. Here's why I care so much. When the game is unstable, it adds unplanned effort. If your locker bugs out, you end up spending extra time fighting menus. If voice chat cuts out, squads become exhausted. If the UI stutters, it's harder to track what you're selecting. If a match crashes, you just wasted energy you didn't have to. That friction hits everyone, but disabled players pay for it first. Epic asking for bug reports is a good step, but I want to say this clearly. Bug reporting is only helpful if the pipeline is accessible and the reports capture what matters. So here are the most important things to include when you report a bug, especially if you're on Switch or you're dealing with fatigue, pain, or even processing limits. Platform. In this case, switch to PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Mode. Zero build versus build. What I expected versus what happened. Frequency. Every match. Random. Flip or screenshot if possible. Accessibility impact. This causes fatigue, sensory overload, and I can't communicate or can't even navigate the UI. That last part, accessibility impact, is what I want Epic to start tracking like an objective metric. Fortnite's content pipeline is basically a fire hose. The season's been packed with major themes and crossovers, and it's fun when it works. But here's the live service crap. The more features you add, the more ways the game can break. And when your game breaks in ways that touch UI, audio, matchmaking, or performance, disabled players are the first to bounce because we're already managing our own system load. Here is a quick collab update. Epic has confirmed that regular show cosmetics are dropping Friday, January 30th, 2026 at the shop reset time, which is 4 p.m. Pacific time or 7 p.m. Eastern time. Collabs are hype, but the limited time shop structure can be stressful, especially for people who can't log in at specific times, need more time to navigate menus, or rely on help to purchase access content. So when Epic says stability matters, I'm also hearing, make the experience around the game smoother too, in menus, shop, locker, and everything. Now let's talk gameplay feel, because even if Fortnite runs perfectly, there is another issue. The meta is getting stale. PC gamer just put it bluntly. The AR plus shotgun combo has dominated for too long, and SMG snipers feel left behind. They argue that SMGs need real buffs, and that snipers need to feel more meaningful again. Here's the accessibility accessibility connection people don't always talk about. If only two weapon types are truly viable, the game quietly punishes different playstyles. Some players do better with tracking SMGs than with flick shots with shotguns. Some players need distance-based play because the close range fights are physically demanding. Some players rely on slow pacing and position. When the meta forces constant close range chaos, it can spike fatigue and stress fast. A healthier weapon sandbox isn't just fun variety. There are more ways to play comfortably. And then there's the future, UEFN and custom experiences. People are building stuff that doesn't even look like Fortnite anymore, like Animora, which is getting a ton of attention because it looks like a full-fledged fantasy RPG made in Fortnite cool. That's exciting. More genres, more pacing options, more ways to play. But we also need to discuss monetization and player safety for these custom islands. Epic recently moved to block paid buys will spin in creator islands after controversy after gambling-like mechanics. For disabled players and honestly for everyone, ethical design matters. So remember to avoid FOMO traps, avoid gambling loops, keep UI clear, keep purchases transparent, and make parental controls actually functional. Accessibility isn't just you can press a button. It's also, can you engage without being manipulated or overwhelmed? So if Epic is truly stepping up stability, here's my controllable priority list. 1. Locker plus cosmetics reliability. There should not be any more fighting menus. 2. Voice chat consistency. Social play shouldn't be exhausting. 3. Performance on Switch and handheld-friendly movement. Because remember, frame drop equals fatigue. 4. More precise quest readability and UI clarity, especially with event quests. 5. Sandbox variety so different playstyles stay visible. And I also want to add one more thing. When Epic labels something a bug, I want them also to label the impact, because minor UI bug can be a major accessibility issue. So yeah, Fortnite is a wild place. The content is fast. The future is enormous, but Epic's right. The foundation has to be stable. If you want, drop a comment. What's the one Fortnite issue that ruins your sessions the fastest? Performance, voice chat, UI, or something else? And if you want more disabled gamer breakdowns of live service games and Nintendo accessibility talk, subscribe to CtrlAble. I'll see you in the next one.